Welcome to the show, everybody. Today, we're diving deep into some seriously weird stuff: alien encounters. We're talking UFO sightings, unexplained phenomena, the whole 9 yards. We've got military encounters, civilian testimonies, and government cover-ups that'll make your head spin. Strap yourselves in because things are about to get strange. Let's get into it. Alright, let's kick things off with the granddaddy of them all, the Roswell incident. Picture it. 1947, Roswell, New Mexico. A rancher named Mac Brazel finds some bizarre debris in his sheep pasture. We're talking metallic foil, strange beams, stuff that just doesn't look like it belongs on this planet. Naturally, word gets out, and the local newspaper runs with the headline, "RAF captures flying saucer on ranch in Roswell region." The Army Air Forces, they come out and say, "Hold your horses, folks, it's just a weather balloon." But people weren't buying it. See, the thing about Roswell is, it wasn't just some random sighting. You had military personnel on the scene, conflicting reports, and then this whole culture of secrecy that just throws gasoline on the conspiracy fire. People started asking questions. Why all the secrecy if it was just a weather balloon? Why did the story change multiple times? What were those strange symbols some witnesses described on the debris? Now, the government eventually came out with a report saying it was a secret surveillance balloon from Project Mogul, which was designed to spy on the Soviets. But a lot of people believe that was just a cover story. They think what really crashed in Roswell was an extraterrestrial spacecraft, and the government's been covering it up ever since. And you know what? I can't say I blame them. Imagine the panic if the world knew aliens were real. Roswell became this cultural phenomenon. It's inspired countless books, movies, TV shows, you name it. It's the ultimate UFO mystery, and it all started with a rancher, some strange debris, and a whole lot of unanswered questions. Fast forward to 1997. We're in Phoenix, Arizona, and thousands of people are witnessing something truly bizarre in the night sky. It's March 13th, and around 8 p.m. a V-shaped formation of lights appears over Phoenix and stays there for hours. We're not talking about some quick blip on the radar. This thing was huge, silent, and moving slowly across the sky. People were freaking out. You had families out in their backyards, kids pointing at the sky, everyone trying to figure out what the hell they were looking at. Was it a flock of birds, some kind of military aircraft, or was it something else entirely? Now, the official explanation is that the lights were flares dropped by the Maryland Air National Guard during a training exercise. But a lot of people who saw the lights firsthand, they don't buy it. They say those lights were like nothing they'd ever seen before. And here's the thing, there were actually 2 separate events that night. You had the V-shaped formation, and then later, you had these orbs of light that seemed to hover over the city. Some witnesses even reported seeing the orbs change position, moving from a triangular formation to a straight line in an instant. The Phoenix Lights incident is one of the most well-documented UFO sightings in history. You have eyewitness accounts from all walks of life. Pilots, police officers, everyday citizens, all describing the same thing. So what was it? Was it just a bunch of flares, or was it something more? Hold on to your hats, folks, because this next one comes straight from the United States Navy. It's a story that will make you question everything you thought you knew about what flies in our skies. In 2004, 2 experienced Navy pilots, Commander David Fravor and Lieutenant Commander Jim Slate, were on a routine training mission off the coast of California when things got really weird, really fast. They were flying F/A-18F Super Hornets, some of the most sophisticated fighter jets in the world, and their radar picked up an unidentified object hovering about 50 miles off the coast. This was no ordinary blip on the screen. At first they thought it was just a glitch in the system, but then they got a visual on the thing. What they saw defied all logic and training. It was a white, oblong object about the size of a commercial airliner, just hovering there above the water. It was unlike anything they had ever seen before. Fravor, being the seasoned pilot he is, decides to get a closer look. He maneuvers his jet to approach the mysterious object. As he approaches, the object starts to descend towards the ocean, almost like it's going to splash down. The tension in the cockpit was palpable, but then, the damn thing shoots off at incredible speed, disappearing into the horizon in the blink of an eye. It was gone before they could even react. We're talking about speeds that would make even the most advanced aircraft look like they're standing still. The pilots, they're baffled. They couldn't believe what they had just witnessed. They've never seen anything like it before. This was something out of this world, literally. They report the encounter to their superiors, and eventually, the Pentagon gets involved. This was too significant to ignore. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The story doesn't end there. In 2017, the Pentagon declassifies and releases footage from the Nimitz encounter. This was a game changer. The footage, captured by the FA-18's targeting system, shows the object moving erratically and at incredible speeds. It was undeniable proof. The pilots' reactions in the footage are priceless. You can see the shock and awe on their faces. They're clearly stunned by what they're seeing. This was beyond their wildest imaginations. You can hear the awe and disbelief in their voices as they try to make sense of it all. It was a moment that would be etched in their memories forever. The Nimitz encounter is significant for a couple of reasons. It's not just another UFO sighting. First, it involves credible witnesses, experienced Navy pilots with years of training and no reason to make this stuff up. These are professionals who know what they're talking about. Second, the encounter was captured on multiple radar systems and on video, providing hard evidence that something truly unusual happened that day. This was not just a figment of someone's imagination. Let's jump ahead to 2006, a year that would become notable for an extraordinary event. We're at O'Hare International Airport in Chicago, one of the busiest and most well-known airports in the world. It's a typical busy day with planes taking off and landing left and right when suddenly, a group of United Airlines employees spots something unusual hovering over gate C-17. They describe it as a metallic, disc-shaped object about the size of a small plane, reflecting the sunlight in a way that caught everyone's attention. It's just hovering there, silently, as if defying gravity and all known laws of physics. Now these weren't just random folks with their heads in the clouds. They were seasoned professionals. We're talking about experienced airline personnel, pilots, mechanics, baggage handlers, people who know their way around an aircraft and the airport environment. They said this thing was like nothing they'd ever seen before, something completely out of the ordinary. One pilot even described it as a flying saucer, which, let's be honest, is not something you hear every day, especially from a trained professional. Word spreads quickly, and soon, a crowd of people, passengers, airport staff, everyone, gathers at the windows, all looking up at this strange object in the sky. The object hovers over the gate for about 5 minutes before suddenly shooting straight up into the clouds at an incredible speed, leaving everyone in awe. The witnesses, they're left speechless, unable to comprehend what they just saw. Some of them are scared, some are excited, but everyone is left wondering what the hell they just saw and what it could mean. The incident was reported to the FAA, but their official explanation was less than satisfying for many. They claimed it was a weather phenomenon, most likely a weather balloon, which seemed like a convenient but unconvincing explanation. But come on, a weather balloon hovering over one of the busiest airports in the world for 5 minutes? I don't think so. It just doesn't add up. The O'Hare sighting is particularly interesting because it involved multiple credible witnesses, including trained professionals who work in the aviation industry and are familiar with all kinds of aircraft. It's hard to dismiss the accounts of so many people who saw the same thing with their own eyes, all describing a similar inexplicable event. This last one, this one's a doozy. It's one of those stories that makes you question everything you thought you knew about the world. It's 2014, and we're back with the US Navy, where things are about to get really strange. This time, it's a squadron of F/A-18 Super Hornets on a training mission off the coast of Virginia, preparing for any scenario. They're flying near the USS Theodore Roosevelt aircraft carrier when their radar picks up a series of unidentified objects moving erratically in the area, unlike anything they've seen before. The objects, they're not following any known flight patterns, and they're moving at speeds that are just mind-blowing, defying conventional understanding. Two of the pilots, Lieutenant Commander Alex Dietrich and Commander Dave Fravor, yes, the same Dave Fravor from the Nimitz encounter, they get sent to investigate, hoping to make sense of the situation. As they approach the objects, they see something truly bizarre, a white, oblong object shaped like a tic-tac candy hovering over the water, almost as if it was observing them. Now this thing is small, maybe 40 feet long, but it's moving in ways that defy the laws of physics, making maneuvers that seem impossible. Dietrich, she describes the object as jumping around erratically and making sudden, instantaneous accelerations that were unlike anything she'd ever seen, almost like it was playing a game. Fravor, he compares the object's movements to a ping-pong ball bouncing off the walls, completely unpredictable and incredibly fast. He said it was like the object had no inertia, like it wasn't bound by the same laws of physics as everything else, almost as if it was in a different realm of reality. He said it could change direction and speed instantly, without slowing down or turning, something no human-made craft could achieve. The pilots, they try to get a lock on the object with their targeting systems, but it's moving too fast and too erratically, evading every attempt. They chase it for a while, but eventually, the object just disappears, vanishing without a trace. The Tic Tac incident is one of the most compelling UFO sightings in recent history, sparking debates and discussions worldwide. You have multiple credible witnesses, experienced Navy pilots who are trained observers, and the encounter was captured on radar and on video, adding layers of credibility. The footage of the Tic Tac, captured by the FA-18's targeting system, was eventually leaked to the public, and it's pretty stunning. It shows the object performing maneuvers that seem out of this world. The object is clearly visible, and you can see it moving in ways that are just impossible for any known aircraft, defying all logic. The Tic Tac incident is still unexplained, leaving everyone scratching their heads. The Pentagon, they acknowledge the encounter, but they say they don't know what the object was, adding to the mystery. Some people think it was a secret experimental aircraft, pushing the boundaries of technology. But others believe it was something else entirely, something beyond our understanding. Something not of this world, a mystery that continues to baffle experts and enthusiasts alike. That's it for today, folks. We've gone down the rabbit hole of alien encounters from Roswell to the Tic Tac. We've explored the stories, the evidence, and the sheer mystery surrounding these events. What do you think? Are we alone in the universe, or have we been visited by beings from beyond our planet? It's a question that has captivated humanity for centuries, and with each new sighting, the mystery deepens. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more exciting content. Let us know in the comments which encounter you found most intriguing.